Hi everyone, I'm going to show you in this video how to use an FTP program. It's basically an app that lets you transfer files from your computer to a web host. It's what you'll be using to upload your website as you're working on it and then once you're finished. Um, so if you haven't used one of those, this is the video for you. So we're basically going to use this particular application called FileZilla. There's a few different FTP programs out there. This one is in particular is free and also it works for Windows and Mac. So this is the one we're going to work from today. So you're going to come down here to download the FileZilla client and you want to click on that. It's also going to, let's see, I'm on a Mac right now, so it's giving me the option for Mac, but you can also download Windows down here if you are on Windows, and you should be able to download just fine from there. So I'm actually going to go through and download. It's going to give you this little option, and you just want to click this first this first green button here for just the FileZilla. You don't want the extra one. And then we're going to save this file just to the downloads folder, and you're welcome. Okay, so now we can see in here in my downloads that it's downloading now. It should only take a few seconds. Do. Depending on your internet connection, it might go a little faster. And watching that tick over on the trial run for this video. This went very quickly, but now go slowly. It knows. Come on. Almost there. Okay. Here we are. So as this finishes downloading right there, it should be FileZilla and then the version type and then Mac OS X. I'm going to double click on this to unzip it. And it is now expanding. And now I've got this little FileZilla icon here. So if you want, you can actually just drag and drop this right into your applications folder. It's a good program to have. Okay, so once you have FileZilla all downloaded and put into your applications folder, you want to double click it to launch it. And you're going to get this basic screen here. And so if you look through, all these files on your left are actually on your computer. So these are all what's called your local files. And then over here on the right is going to be all the files for, on the web host that you connect to, which is going to be called your remote files. So this is just basically like a virtual hard drive. This is the web host that we'll be working from. So to start a new connection, basically to connect to our web host, you want to click on this icon in the upper left-hand corner. And then we want to set a couple options here in general. For protocol, you want to make sure it's set to SFTP, not FTP, which it defaults to. You want it to have an S in front of it. For this particular host name, I'm going to send you, I'm going to email you each a login, and it's basically going to have the host name, the username, and the password in it. So you will enter into it. You want to enter in your host name, you want to enter in your username, and then you want to enter in your password. And then you come down here to the bottom and you click this blue connect button. And it's going to say the server's host key is unknown, which is fine because this is a server that I own, so I know it's trustworthy. And then basically here, if everything goes well, you'll be connected to the remote server. At this point, if you are not able to connect, please send me an email and I will help out. So you can kind of scroll through here. You can move these little lines up here to see more of the file names. But basically, you want to locate the folder with your name on it. So I'm going to go into Tallerdy Lara, and in here you're going to see a couple files. Basically, this index.html is the main file that you'll be working from. And then there's also a folder in here called images in case you want to store any images. This is just a basic thing for kind of how to set up website files and website design. It's generally better to have all of your code files kind of in this main directory, what's called the root directory, and then all of your images, audio, anything else you would have in a separate folder just to kind of keep things nice and clean. So in any case, if we go to if we open up a web browser, I've connected to where this web host is kind of pointing to. So right now, this is what my little web page looks. So this is Talody. It's basically the names here are corresponding to the folders right here. And then index.html is just basically the default file that it looks for, so you don't have to type it in, but I'll type it in just in case. So you can see now it's this very, very basic template. So I'm going to make a couple changes and then upload it to the FTP server so that you can see uh, the difference that or how to do it basically. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to go into my wherever you've stored these files. Again, I'm going to email you these files so that you'll have them on hand. They might change a little bit from this video, but this is just how to use the FTP server. So I'm going to go into index.html and I'm going to open it up with a code editing program called Sublime. So here we go. This is pretty much what it's going to look like. Again, that might be a few changes. So I'm going to change where it says artist name to my name, and I'm going to change that in a couple places right here. And there we go. So now I've changed it to, instead of saying artist name, I've changed it to say my name. So if you go to file and then save, it saves it, but it's only been saved locally. It's only been saved on your computer. So if I refresh this, I'm not going to see the changes because we haven't uploaded it yet. So let's go ahead and upload it now. You want to find out, or you want to navigate to wherever you're storing your files on your local hard drive here. So you can kind of use this upper window to find it here. So mine are in, let's see, where did I go here? I already got lost. So I'm in Lara, and then I'm in Documents, and then LIU, and then the websites, and then, so this is going to be different depending on where you are. But this is where I've stored these files. So this is the file I've just modified with my name on it. So I'm just going to click and drag it right over there to the right. And it's going to say, oh, this file already exists, which I know, but I actually want to overwrite it. I want to say, forget that file. Just pay attention to this new one that I've uploaded. So I'm going to leave this at overwrite, and then I'm going to click OK. And then it overwrote the file. Then I'm going to go back to my web browser here and click on the refresh button. And now you can see the artist name has been changed to Lara Tality, both up in here, up in the tab title, and then also right here on the main page. So as you make changes, this is basically the way how to see them live on the internet. And then once you actually are all finished with all of your website files, this is how you'll upload them to the web server that we'll be using before we move to the final web server. So I hope this was helpful. Please let me know if you have any questions. Happy to help. Shoot me an email. Otherwise, this is the end of the video. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.